Hello, kia ora. I'm Philip Duncan and thank you for joining us for our Thursday weather update for March the 2nd. And we've got double trouble up in the tropics. For those who've been watching our videos for the last few days, this is not a surprise to see this next storm coming in behind it. Now, it's a little bit like carriages on a railway track. They're following each other. So this is not going to veer off somewhere new. It's basically following Cyclone Judy, which is in the front here. Now, Cyclone Judy overnight, major storm, Category 4 this morning, nearly got to Category 5 overnight and around about dawn this morning. So quite a major storm, but the good news is this block of high pressure in the New Zealand area and this next one moving in from the Southern Ocean are both going to help keep Judy and the next cyclone to New Zealand's north. But Vanuatu's got basically a repeat performance coming through with another burst of severe winds and rain and thunderstorms coming through as this next storm comes on in. Now, the low that brought recent flooding this week to Gisborne and Hawke's Bay moving away from New Zealand. So you can see there is high pressure returning there. And we've got a big storm down in the Southern Ocean. That's the reason why there is a cold front about to come into the South Island. It's already come into Tasmania and into parts of Victoria. Now, let's have a look at the weekend. 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. Basically, the new storm is exactly where Judy was last night. And the remnants of Judy are off to the northeast of New Zealand. A fair amount of low pressure here, but as you can see, these two storms are well to the northeast. And in comes that next high. The one that was in the Indian Ocean now moves into the Tasman Sea. And that is the reason why you're going to see much of New Zealand protected from this system. It is very different to what we had with Cyclone Gabrielle. So here's the rain outlook. This is a good one. We haven't seen one like this for a long time for the North Island. Basically no rain for the north. There may be an isolated shower. I won't say it's going to be 100% dry up here. Could be an isolated shower, but generally speaking, it is dry. Heaviest rain up in the hills here, 5 to 10 millimeters. So that's nothing too much to worry about. And basically showers around the South Island as well. This is the next 3 days of rainfall. So for the North Island, this is quite a difference to what we've been seeing for the last several weeks. Okay, here we are for the forecast for Friday. So we've got Cyclone Judy here, and we've got the other storm coming in behind it. So those are basically trapped up here in the tropical area. That red line, north of that is the tropical air, the humid air. So basically what this red line measures is air thickness. So north of that red line, humid, tropical, and very warm. Then down here, you've got a blue line. South of that, you guessed it, the complete opposite. So New Zealand and Australia, for the most part, are in the middle between those two lines. That's why most of the climate is temperate. But up here in the north, very tropical, especially at this time of the year. That's why you're seeing some pretty big rainfall numbers, especially around here where you've got this low pressure zone that is stuck. But there's high pressure moving past Tasmania this weekend. And as it does so, for New Zealand, it helps drive in a colder southerly. So yes, we've got a significant, severe tropical cyclone up here in the southern part of Vanuatu. The air pressure we've seen 962 has been one of the lower readings that we've seen. So that makes it a Category 4 storm more than likely. And then ex-Cyclone Judy falling apart now to the northeast of New Zealand. But this southerly down here will drop the temperatures. Daytime highs will drop about 10 degrees on Saturday to where they were on Friday and today, Thursday. So make the most of Thursday and Friday in Southland, for example, and coastal Otago. Unfortunately, the rain that's coming through is not going to be that much. Southland and Otago really need rain. You're looking at around about 10 millimeters over the next week. So you might get a few heavier showers here and there, which gives you maybe 20 millimeters, hopefully, but there's high pressure coming back in on Sunday. So while it's cooler with a southerly flow right up across all of New Zealand, the rain is not much down here. But we will be seeing some rain and showers moving up the country, but not a huge amount coming into the North Island. And next week, well, the cyclones are gone. They've now merged together, back together into one area of low pressure, well off to our northeast, although there is a windy squash zone between the two and our high pressure zone coming into New Zealand. Not a very powerful high, but it's just enough to keep things mostly calm. You can see a few showers coming through there with the southeasterly flow. And by Tuesday next week, still a few showers around the north there. The air pressure is pretty average. It's not a very powerful high. And then down in the Southern Ocean, stormy kind of weather blowing through. Strong gale force winds through Bass Strait and another southerly coming in to Tasmania. So quite a changeable weather pattern at the moment as autumn starts to wake up, but we've still got some low pressure up here to the north. No cyclones just yet, but plenty of low pressure. We talk about that in our Climate Watch video, which is out now. We released that yesterday. It basically says that the weather pattern we've got is slowly easing, the La Nina side of it, but we're not likely to see a big dramatic change in the weather patterns just yet. But the North Island, high pressure, will make a difference for the first half of this month. It's going to be much drier than it's been, but still the risk of these isolated showers here and there. That is all from me for today. Back again on Friday with our next update. We'll see you then.